Hello, my name is Marcy Wills. I'm one of the occupational therapists at Worthing Hospital. Some of you may have already watched my fatigue management video. I'm here today to talk about stress and anxiety management. So the first thing I'd like to discuss is stress. What is stress? There's a long clinical definition. At the most basic level, stress is our body's response to pressures from a situation or life event. What contributes to stress can vary hugely from person to person and differs according to our social and economic circumstances, the environment we live in, and our genetic makeup. Some common features of things that can make us feel stress include experiencing something new or unexpected, something that threatens your feeling of self, or your feeling that you have little control over a situation. But I think most basically, we have to remember that stress is a very individual experience. People react differently to different things. Stress is our most innate human fight or flight reaction to different changes in our environment. Some kinds of stress might be seen as beneficial, some not so beneficial. Some people might find, for example, that they respond to deadlines at work or that sort of thing. But stress in emotional ways can perhaps be detrimental to your overall well-being. We also have to consider the duration of the stress. Is it something that's been there for a long time or something that's really new and perhaps a bit more short-lived? So what makes us stressed, again, is very individual. It could be anything from family stress to work stress. Some people have financial stress or just a general lack of time. Some people experience loss. It could be a death, a divorce, a change in a relationship in your personal life. Any major life changes can lead to stress. And most of you might be experiencing a change in your health, which is also a large source of stress. So some of the signs can be physical. We mean perhaps headache. Some people might experience palpitations or sweating. A change in your appetite, whether it be increase or decrease. Any changes in your digestion, concentration, or an increase in your pain levels. It could be emotional. It could be things like your ability to deal with fear, frustration, sadness, a feeling of being overwhelmed, a lack of confidence or a feeling of lack of control in your life. Or it could be that you withdraw and avoid certain situations. And how we deal with that emotional stress is very different from individual to individual. There could be behavioral signs if it's you or a loved one, whether you notice that you're more tearful, withdrawn, having difficulty concentrating, changes to your sleep, or just changes of substance abuse. The other aspect of something that goes side by side with stress is anxiety. So anxiety is the feeling of unease, the worry of fear, when persistent, impacting on daily life may be a sign of anxiety disorder. Generalized anxiety disorder is also considered one which is a common type of anxiety and estimated to impact about 5.9% of adults in England. Anxiety can be the reaction to a stressful life event or situation. How do we move forward from these situations? So the first sign is recognizing the stress and identifying what the problem is in your individual situation. Lifestyle review is often a way of looking at yourself and how to move forward. The positive use of relationships are often of support during the anxiety and stress evaluation. It could be that you choose to use family or friends in an informal way. Some people choose to use support groups or speaking with medical professionals in this process. Looking at nutrition, exercise, looking at your sleep and rest are all important factors in helping to manage stress and anxiety. Finding the balance in life is the most important way to reduce stress. It might be a time where people consider smoking cessation and change of lifestyle habits. It might be a time to look at financial support and evaluating and having assessments as to whether you qualify for other allowances or benefits during this time to relieve the financial stress in your life. Most importantly, try to remember not to be too hard on yourself during this process. Moving forward can often mean relaxation, finding a way out of the stress and the situation that you're in. People often find that during this time is a good time to explore a new way for yourself. It could be anything from using a mindfulness technique, a meditation technique. Some people use alternative therapies like yoga, aromatherapy, guided relaxation, or other complementary therapies. Some people find massage relaxing. It's really about finding something that works for you. There are other resources available via the Macmillan website, via the complementary therapies, which is also discussed in another one of the videos, that you may want to explore at this time. Looking at seeking support via the NHS, it might be a really important resource for some people. So Reading Well for Mental Health is something that provides information and support, whether it's a book from your local library or something that you might have access to via the Macmillan support team. There are other charities outside Macmillan and helplines and communities like the Samaritans, Time to Change, the Mental Health Foundation, which also have a wealth of resources which may help you during this time. So it's important to remember that each individual experiences these things in a different way, and the Macmillan support team are here to help you through your journey. Thank you.